At the time of quitting my 9 to 5 job around 5 years ago now, it was extremely important for me to have a structured and disciplined routine, especially when it came to a morning. Because as soon as that 9 to 5 job structure disappears, you've got the rest of the day just to yourself, and you're the only one responsible for creating the work as well as doing the work. When I was personally going through this, it was extremely difficult because there was no guide to explain what was going to happen when you quit your job and started a business when it come to managing your time and having a morning routine to make sure that your time was as efficient as possible. And so I learned the hard way. But over the past 5 years, I've learned to master my morning routine, which has massively helped me stay productive and make the most of my time. And it's helped me build the 5 businesses that I've got today, which I'm extremely grateful for. And if you don't know who I am, I'm Michael J. I build 6 and 7 figure businesses, and it is my absolute passion and calling in life to teach as many people how to do the same thing. And in this video, I'm going to walk through my morning routine structure so you can use it, tailor it, because we're all different, right? And from it, you can create your very own unique morning routine structure. Okay, let's just jump straight into it. So every good morning routine starts at night, and it starts at night when you go to bed. And this is where you set the tone for the next day, because it's not only good for consistency and discipline, it also is good for your energy, which is absolutely needed, especially if you're a business owner. There's a lot of stress going on, and it's super important for your energy levels to stay high and consistent throughout the day. And what we need to be doing is going to bed at the same time every single night. We need to stay consistent, we need to build momentum, and we need to build discipline. And this starts at night, and we're going to start by going to bed at the same time every night. You don't need to go to bed at a particular time because everyone's different, right? For me personally, I like to work late at night, so I go to bed at 12. I know some people like to get up a bit earlier, and so they'll go to bed at 10, but you decide for yourself. And I would recommend getting 8 hours sleep. I know not everyone needs 8 hours sleep. I personally do. I can't work very effectively because I don't have a certain level of energy to keep me going if I don't get 8 hours sleep. But I know some people can live from 6 hours sleep. I know that's a bit of a rarity. So again, whatever it's for you, 6, 7, 8, you might even need 9 hours, but make sure that you're going to bed every single night at the same time. And then what we're going to do, following straight on from that, is to wake up at exactly the same time every day again. Building on from the night time, 8, 9, whatever it is hours sleep that you need. If you go to bed at 12, for example, like me, you're going to get up at 8 if you need 8 hours. So that is my personal routine. I go to bed at 12 and I wake up at 8. And the reason why we need to wake up at the same time every day is, again, just building that momentum through consistency in every area of your life. And what's one of the most important things that we do in this life? Sleeping and when we wake up. It's the structure of our day. And so we need to make this very structured, and we do not need to veer off from this. We can't veer off from this. So if it's going to be 12 till 8, you're going to do that every single day. And this is going to be a shock to some of you, because some of you might get up at 9 one day, you might get up at 7 another, 6 another, you might go to bed 10, 11, 12, but that is no good, especially if you're going into the business world and you're managing your own time. And what else it will do is it will help build strong character foundations. Integrity, for example. There are far too many people out there these days that say things but never do it. But if you say you're going to go to bed at 12 and you're going to get up at 8 and you do it consistently every day for years, your integrity levels, your character will build extremely strong, and it will run across every area of your life. And take it from someone who's done that for many years, it just makes you feel content and fulfilled in life. And it's very hard to explain unless you actually do it. And it's not this big thing where I wake up every day feeling it. It's just a very quiet, steady, consistent feeling of content and fulfillment because I'm getting up at the same time every day. And what's going to help us wake up every single day and help build that consistency and discipline is not having a snooze on your alarm. We all need an alarm to wake up. I don't know many people that can wake up without an alarm, but we're not going to snooze it. Again, if we say we're going to wake up at 8, we're going to wake up at 8. We're not going to snooze it. We're going to turn our alarm off and we are going to wake up because we've said we're going to wake up at 8 and we're going to do it. And if you hit that snooze alarm button, what do you think that is telling your system? Do you think it's telling your system that you're doing what you say you're going to do, you're consistent, you're strong, and you're just disciplined? No, it's telling you that you're lazy. You got a little bit of laziness in there because you want to snooze it a bit longer, just 10 more minutes, 20 more minutes. And this might not seem a lot, but these little things built up on top of each other are really powerful. And doing this will literally set the tone for your entire day. There's been many days where I've not wanted to get up at 8 o'clock. I wanted to snooze that alarm many a times if I've not been able to sleep, for example, get to sleep at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. But no matter what, whether I'm tired, whether I'm feeling full of energy, whatever it is, I am hitting that alarm button off at 8 o'clock and I'm getting up. There is no snooze in it because, again, I want to build those strong character foundations of integrity, of discipline and consistency. And so once you've done that, a quick tip is just to open your curtains up, get some natural light into your system. As soon as your system feels that natural light hitting it, it's going to slowly help you wake up. So I don't know about you, I really struggle waking up. I am not a morning person. So opening those curtains up and then going for a nice glass of water really helps. And just one more thing to keep in mind, no phones. So obviously you're going to need to turn your alarm off if you use your phone for an alarm, but we're not going to go on there checking Facebook messages, Instagram, TikTok, who's messaged me. We're not going to be doing any of that. This is a time where we cut off from the world and we set our day. We're setting the tone for our day, and we can't do that with distractions on the phone. And as cheesy and cliche as it sounds, we need to connect with nature as much as possible. How many people do you know who connect with nature consistently on a regular basis by having no distractions, no TV, no phone, no nothing, and just meditating, having their own time and preparing their mind for the day? I don't know very many people at all. And so try and build this into your routine. And again, take it from someone who's done that for many years. It is working wonders and it's extremely powerful. Then now we're up, we're going to do our little bits and bats like brush your teeth if you've taken vitamins or anything like that. Do that little bit of your routine again with no phone or music or anything like that. And then we're going to jump into the morning activities, which is literally one of my favorite things of the day. And the activity that I personally start with every single morning is breath work. Now, I'm a martial artist, so my breath work to me is quite important. I need big lung capacity. I need to be able to have good cardio, and breath work is just good for all of that. What it also does for me is it helps put me in a meditative state, because what I also do is meditation, which is what I'm going to talk about next. And by doing the breath work, it just helps me get more present and meditative. And I do breath work for around 10-15 minutes. I allow myself 15 minutes, sometimes it's a little bit shorter, but I follow a very specific pattern and routine. And that comes from, shout out to Wim Hof, got to shout him out. It comes from his technique, which is absolutely amazing. If you don't know who Wim Hof is, go check him out. He's absolutely awesome. And he's the ice man, basically. He's the ice bath guy, the original. And basically what you do here is you sit down in a comfortable position. I sit in the meditative cross-legged posture, and you basically breathe in and out really hard for 30 times. So you go, so you're getting a lot of air in and you're getting the air out really quickly. And you do feel very faint with this. You don't feel quite normal, but that's all part of the process. And especially at first, your body's not going to be used to this. And then once you've done that on your last breath, so once you go, you're going to hold it at the bottom, not at the top, at the bottom. And then what you're going to do there is you're going to hold it for as long as possible. Although Wim Hof, for beginners especially, recommends 1 minute for the first time, 1.5 minutes for the second time, and 1.5 minutes for the third time, because we're going to do this 3 times. And throughout this, you're going to feel a bit tingly, you might go a little bit hot and sometimes cold. You're going to feel your blood pumping through your system, and all of that is amazing for you. Now, I'm not going to go into all of the benefits of breath work, but there are a lot. So definitely look into it. I would highly recommend putting this in your routine. I wouldn't be without it. So once you've done that and you're nicely present and you can feel lots of things going through your system, feelings, tingles and blood pumping and whatnot, this is the time where I feel you should jump into meditation. Some people might want to do meditation first and the breath work. Some people might not want breath work at all, but I would highly recommend it. But I would definitely 100% recommend meditation to everyone, especially if you're looking to be a top earner in the top 5% of successful people. You're going to have a lot going on. Your mind's going to be racing all day, every single day, and it can be very stressful when you're running multiple businesses. So meditation for me is an absolute must. Now, I'm not saying this is going to make you into a walking, talking, bulletproof Buddhist overnight, but it is definitely going to help and it will make a massive difference in your life. Take it from someone again that's done this for many years every single morning, and if I've ever missed it through holidays or wherever it is, I can definitely feel it. And what you've got to do here is very, very simple. Meditation is just all about clearing your mind, emptying your busy mind. And at first, this is going to be extremely difficult. Even 5 minutes is going to feel like an hour because your mind is going to be racing to what you're going to be doing next. What did I have for my tea yesterday? Did I wake up on time? Oh, I've got to give that person a call. It is literally going to be going a million miles an hour. And your job is to try and calm that and get rid of it eventually altogether. And I do this for 15 minutes a day. After my breath work, I do 50 minutes of meditation without fail. And I use audio aids, so I will put my earphones in and I would listen to whether it's Buddhist temple gongs or ohms, or whether that's stream in a nice forest with birds or whatever it is, it doesn't matter, but you're going to concentrate on your breath going in, your breath going out, and just try and empty the mind, which is very easy to say and very difficult to do, but you've just got to stick with it, and eventually over time your mind will start to quieten down. And just one final thing on this, don't think that this is going to happen overnight. It's going to be months, if not a year or so, before you're going to get good at this. And you don't really need to be good at it, so to speak, especially at first. It's not about being good at it. It's just about trying to be as calm and as present and as empty-minded as possible. Now, even now, after being doing this many, many, many years, I still get thoughts coming into my mind. So I'm still not great at it, but I'm much better than what I used to be. And I definitely get full calm presence for at least 20, 30 seconds at a time. So once I've done my breathing and my meditation, it's time at this point for me personally to have a coffee, because I've left it a good hour or so before I've had any caffeine, which again, there's loads of benefits of doing that. Check that out online. I'm not going to go too much into depth with that, but I have a coffee now. And then while I'm having my coffee, I will then read. And I give myself half an hour on a morning to read, which I think is vital for everyone for growth. And I don't read for entertainment. It's never to entertain myself, so it's nothing fun. Although it is fun to read anyway, it's learning. So it can be personal growth, it can be philosophy, it can be anything to do with growth that's going to help you with your mindset, with your structure, your morning structure, whatever it is. It can be anything as long as it's helping you grow. And for me personally, knowledge is power. And when you're reading, and while you're reading, while no one else is reading, you are growing, and you're growing more than anyone else, or at least a majority of the population. I don't know anyone who reads on a daily basis like this. So if you can get it in there, knowledge is power, you're going to grow and you're just going to get better and better. Okay, so now we've done pretty much most of the routine there. There's just one more thing to finish it off, and this is the one that's going to be a killer for most people. So we're going to get a shower. I like to shower on a daily basis, but what I will put, and again, shout out to Wim Hof. Wim Hof got me onto this, is having 1.5 minutes of cold shower after your warm shower. And cold water therapy can do amazing, amazing things. It's becoming absolutely massive now for people like Wim Hof that have been doing this for years and introduced it to the mainstream on social media. There are so many benefits to it for your health, not only for your health, for your mental state as well, and just building resilience inside your mind and your body. And again, this is just building on this consistency, discipline theme that we're building on by going to bed at the same time, waking up at the same time, no alarm, doing the breath work, doing the meditation, reading, and then getting a shower and having that cold hit and doing what we say we're going to do. And there's times where I've not really wanted to do it and I've done it anyway and I've just felt amazing. And there's been once or twice right at the beginning where I didn't do it and I felt a little bit of a girl, to be honest. I felt like a bit of a bitch. And so 100% will help you build on that strong mindset, discipline, and keep that consistency going in our lives, that we need to build that momentum, and we're just going to do what we say we're going to do. So that is it. We are now ready to kill the day. So if you are just going into business, if you just quit your job or you've not had a job for a little while now and you're slumping into procrastination town, you've been a bit lazy, just stop that right now and just start doing this and just see where you are in 2 or 3 months' time. I can guarantee your life will be better, your mindset will be better, and you will start getting shit done where you really should be getting it done, where you're probably not and you've been a bit lazy. So, as always, guys, really appreciate you checking in. Hopefully you took a lot of value from this. I really enjoyed this one. This is really close to my heart, and I really hope it's giving you some food for thought for you starting your own morning routine. So if you did like the video, please like it. Also, please subscribe, and until next time,